friends, and welcome back to the Nutrition Review. It is business as usual around here in the bikini prep world. Since it's Monday, I got an update from my coach, and macros are gonna stay where they are and hold tight for another week. So sitting 7 weeks out, these are my macros, and I am very pleased that I've still been able to make progress at this point with this amount of food. But we will see what the next week holds. In other news, I am officially registered for my show. Click that submit button this weekend and got all registered for Bikini Novice, cross over into Open, and made the hotel reservations. Got some plane tickets for my mom to fly out, so I will have my man and my mom cheering me on in the audience, and I couldn't be more excited to have their support. And getting all these things together, sitting 7 weeks out, I started to reflect about how this process is going compared to my first bikini competition. And I'm not gonna lie, this prep does seem to be going a lot smoother than the first one. Granted, I started about 5 to 8 pounds less than I did at my first competition, so that helps. And the biggest difference is the food that I'm eating. Guys, I make it a point and kind of a priority to ensure that I am enjoying every single meal that I'm eating. When you don't have that many calories to consume, you better like the food that you're eating or you become really cranky. I have been experimenting with different vegetable, fruit, high protein recipes, a few that I've shared with you. And all of these have really just made it a lot easier to stay on track. Utilizing high volume foods, as I've said before, is key. But in addition, and very important, I also have an air fryer this prep. Which you might not think is that big of a deal. Guys, I use my air fryer every single day. Like, it sits out on my counter. That thing doesn't go in the cabinet. No, it has a place on the counter. So I thought it was important to share with you my favorite air fryer recipes because they are so quick, so simple, so clean and delicious that you have to try them. So if you have a favorite air fryer recipe that I haven't listed on here, please comment it below because I would love to give it a try. So without further ado, I will show you some air fryer recipes, and let's get to work with 7 weeks out. To make chicken is also in the air fryer, and this week I'm going to do a buffalo styled chicken nuggets. So I cubed up 2 chicken breasts in here, topped it with these ranch dips, Hidden Valley ranch dips, awesome seasonings for very little macros, and some Frank's Red Hot. So I'm gonna have this marinate in the fridge for probably a couple hours, and then I'm just gonna plop it into the air fryer. So a very easy and quick way to cook your chicken. So our buffalo chicken is just about done, and I want to show you guys how juicy this gets in here. This is a great way to add flavor to your chicken, and I'm actually gonna add this to my meal prepped lunches for the week, and it's gonna be scrumptious. So I did drizzle a little bit of Frank's Red Hot on at the very end and put it back in the air fryer for another like 2 to 3 minutes just to get it a little bit crispy. But this is an awesome recipe. So this air fryer recipe is one of my favorites. We are going to make turkey burgers. So this is a very easy recipe, and I am actually going to utilize a 99% lean ground turkey. Since I am in prep, this cuts down the fats tremendously in this meal. However, in the regular season, or if you have just regular ground turkey on hand, like a 90 or a 95% lean, that works great too. However, I do like utilizing ground turkey instead of ground beef in a lot of my recipes. So today, what makes this recipe special is we're gonna use the air fryer. And when you use the air fryer for turkey burgers, it turns out scrumptious. You get a nice crispy outside and very juicy center, which I can't really do the same thing when I'm cooking it on the stove or on a grill. So there's something about how quickly you can cook it in the air fryer that gives it the perfect texture. In addition to having a great texture, I'm also going to add a nice layer of ketchup in the middle of my turkey burger. So we'll stuff it a little bit. Growing up, my dad used to put this huge, thick layer of ketchup in the middle of his baked meatloafs, and it was top notch. So I've been using this technique to just add a little more flavor and a little more moisture to the center of the turkey burgers, and I think you will really like it. So I'll show you all the steps and how I am going to season my turkey burger today, and just how simple it is to get this recipe into the air fryer. So just got the turkey burgers all stuffed with ketchup, threw a little bit of more seasoning on top. I'm going to give them a little spray before throwing them into the air fryer. Just on top is fine. And you literally just plop them in for about 15 minutes, depending on how large your turkey burger is. Mine came out to be about 4 ounces. I just divided that package evenly, and I'm gonna plop it in a little bit less than 400, so between my 375 and 400 setting, and we'll see how they turn out. They're done. So look how crispy these come out on the outside, and you can see a little bit of the ketchup oozing out. So while these were cooking, I did fix up a burger salad here, which is pretty much just a regular salad with all the fixings of a burger on top. I got some bell pepper, cucumber, mustard, ketchup, and some spicy pickles. So a very scrumptious and macro-friendly meal. Brought to you by the air fryer. So salmon is another fish I love doing in the air fryer because the air fryer has this little separate compartment in here that keeps the fish cooking on top and lets all the juices flow to the bottom. So I find that it makes your fish a lot less fishy tasting and gives it a nice sear like it's been on the barbecue, in my opinion. So all I did was put some Old Bay seasoning on it. I am going to use this olive oil spray, give it a light spritz, and then throw it in the air fryer. I just got done with some cardio. Thank God that is done. And it is time for dinner and another air fryer recipe. Today, I want to show you how to make scallops in the air fryer. So I buy my scallops from Costco in this big old frozen pack, and it is a wonderful thing to pick up because scallops are extremely high in protein. 4 little scallops have 20 grams of protein, only 3 carbs, and they are extremely lean with only 1 gram of fat. So a great source of protein. But to be honest with you, I didn't cook with them a lot until I got the air fryer because they're kind of expensive. I didn't know how to cook them on the stovetop. I didn't want to use lots of butter, and it was just kind of a mess. So once I tried them in the air fryer, I pick them up every single time I go to Costco, and we have scallops probably once a week. So when you use them and cook them in the air fryer, they come out with like a nice, almost grilled texture that is absolutely perfect. As the scallops are defrosting, I'll show you the whole meal that I'm gonna make today. I throw scallops on a lot of things. It can either be pasta, salads, I've thrown them in burrito bowls as a kind of Mexican dish, but tonight I'm gonna do an Asian style dish. I picked up this riced cauliflower from Trader Joe's, so that's gonna be my base with some broccoli and some air fried veggies. But on top of it, I am going to put a very avocado and soy sauce drizzle. So this is going to have about 25 grams of avocado with soy sauce and some ginger. I'm gonna throw this into the food processor and it'll kind of make a creamy drizzle that I can put on top of the scallops. So my scallops are done defrosting. I have them right here. I patted them completely dry, and all I'm going to do is throw a little bit of Old Bay seasoning on top of them. You spray them with some olive oil spray, put them in the air fryer for 3 to 4 minutes, shake them up, and then for another 3 minutes. And I cook them at 400. They are so quick, don't overcook them, and please give this recipe a try because scallops in the air fryer are top notch. So I'm gonna throw these in and I will show you the final plate. Guys, look at this wonderful plate. The scallops came out perfect. I'll even show you the inside because not overdone, a little crispy on the outside, absolutely delicious. So if you're on the fence about scallops, aren't sure how to cook them, give them a try in the air fryer because it's the easiest kind of foolproof recipe and you can make a delicious meal like this. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked any of the recipes, and don't forget to subscribe. I will see you next week for another episode of The Nutrition Review. Bye.